Welcome to the battlefields of World War II. In this series, we will be looking at a massive amount of conflicts in chronological order which occurred during the span of World War II. We begin all the way back, when things start to escalate in Asia during 1937, and go all the way to 1945 at the end days of the war. Each conflict will be briefly introduced, the battle will then be fought out in Battlefield 1942. All theaters of war, including the Pacific, Western Europe, Eastern Europe, and Africa, will be dealt with. Be warned that there may be historical inaccuracies when it comes to the battles that are provided, but the main purpose of this series is to entertain, not to educate. For your epic journey throughout World War II, look no further. Enjoy. The battles of Narvik were fought from April 9th to June 8th, 1940 as a naval battle in Ottofjord and as a land battle in the mountains surrounding the North Norwegian city of Narvik as part of the Norwegian campaign of the Second World War. During the Norwegian campaign, Narvik and its surrounding area saw significant fighting, initially from the 9th of April between German and Norwegian forces, and then after that, between Allied and German forces, conducted by the Norwegian 6th Division of the Norwegian Army, as well as by an Allied Expedition Corps until 9th of June 1940. Unlike the campaign in southern Norway, the Allied troops in Narvik would eventually outnumber the Norwegian troops. 5 nations participated in the fighting. At the outset, the position of the German commander Dietl was not good. His 2,000 troops were outnumbered. After the German destroyers had been sunk, however, about 2,600 German sailors joined the land battle. And then during the last 3 to 4 weeks, the Germans were also reinforced by about 1,000 men airdropped over Bjørnfjell. On the 12th of May, when the Germans had control of the city, an amphibious attack was launched at around midnight by the Allies. This was directed at Bjerkvik and was preceded by a naval bombardment from British warships in Herjungsfjord. Then landing craft put ashore French Foreign Legionnaires, supported by 5 light French tanks. The French took Bjerkvik, and then advanced northeast to where the Germans were withdrawing and south along the east side of Herjungsfjord. The plan also required Polish troops to advance towards Bjerkvik from land on the west side of the fjord, but heavy terrain delayed them and they did not arrive before Bjerkvik was taken. It had also been part of the plan for French and Norwegian troops to advance from the north in order to box the Germans in, but cooperation problems between the Norwegian and French commanders left a gap through which the Germans escaped. Despite this, the Allies had a clear path north of Narvik and planned to attack over Rombaksfjord. Although defeated at sea, losing control of the town of Narvik, and being pushed back towards the Swedish border, the Germans eventually prevailed because of the Allied evacuation from Norway in June 1940 following the Battle of France. Hey everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Battlefields of World War II. The series where we go through all the battles of World War II in the games Battlefield 1942 and Battlefield 2 in chronological order. Today we have the Battle of Narvik, Norway. Very excited to go to this theater of war now, and normally I would be playing a map twice. First as the faction that came out on top, and then again as the losing faction. However, in this particular map there is a naval invasion. Oh my god, look at that. And the AI simply is not able to properly land and gain a foothold. So if I would be playing as the Germans, nothing would happen. Because of this, I will be I will just be playing as the Allied soldiers, even though in the end the Allies lost. Though the Germans initially were able to capture this town, this port, the Allies did manage to retake it and basically claimed a lot of victories were it not for that they lost the Battle of France, and that's when the Germans in the end came out on top, even though they suffered heavy losses. Jesus. Yeah. Did I kill myself? No. No, I got shot. Now, even though the Allies here are just British soldiers, the truth was that a lot of different soldiers from different countries fought. And actually, oh, I know, I have an idea. Because so many soldiers are there, we're going all the way around to capture that one point. Hopefully not too many soldiers are there. So, besides the British, of course also Norwegian soldiers, French soldiers, and Polish soldiers fought in this battle. So even though they're not represented necessarily in this map, please do know that you guys did take a big part of this this battle. And I also think it's very, very cool how Norway is represented in this mod, even though, of course, not a lot of people know about it. With the recently announced Battlefield 5, they did say that they will have a Norwegian storyline of a resistance fighter, but it sounds to me like it's going to be a very small, sort of like story, small battle. And this is the only map of Norway that I believe is available, which is fine. Again, it's very unknown theater of war, but the truth was that, of course, it lasted for 2 months, the fighting. So, look. So there were more battles being fought, though most of them did focus around this area. There was also very heavy battles at sea during this time. Now you can actually see that the Germans do have an uncapturable point up there in the mountain hills. So we captured this, so hopefully we will get some units that spawn here. And we can start actually make a push. Oh, Jesus. Get on the machine gun. Uh-oh. Shit. No. I need help. The problem is that a lot of boats and like a lot of units are stuck. And so they actually won't respawn unless they die. Jesus. I'm really low health. Well, I captured again. But I need more people. Because of that, though, by the way, because I only can play as the Allies, I did put the timer higher. Normally it's 10 minutes per side, and I put it now to 20 minutes. Like, what I should now do, actually, is I should spawn somewhere else, kill a whole bunch of soldiers so that they spawn here. But again... Okay. It's gonna be a little risky. Oh, shit. Like, I'm the only one, no one's spawning on here. But that's because too many... Like, if I... Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys. So, here I die. 5 seconds. Come on, give me the map. Give me the map. Give me the map. Fuck. Ugh. Okay, so yeah. So, look. All these guys here. They're not spawning, so... We, boom, there we go. But look, it's already white, so they can now not spawn there. So there's nothing we gained out of that, unfortunately. Now we can really kill ourselves, so that's great. Can I get in it? Like, they're just waiting here to spawn in. Yeah, this map is not the best. Again, I love how Norway is represented, but it's nothing I can do here. I'm just waiting for a plane to spawn. As long as the planes don't crash, of course, they won't spawn. There's nothing else to do here. This kind of showcases where even if you go for like historically accurate things or whatever, you still need to actually take gameplay into account. Because there's literally nothing to do here. There's literally nothing to do. There's a plane there. We can see if we... It's our own plane, though. We can see if we can crash it. Shoot it down. But look, all these potential soldiers just waiting here, just doing nothing. And if I just had them spawn at that location down south. Now there seems to be a small squad though that has landed. Interestingly enough. But again, the Germans are all there, so oh, look at this. So look, you haven't actually no. There we go. You just have them waiting for a plane. What the fuck? Ooh. Okay. It's really strange. It is not. In case you're wondering, yeah, I do know how to fly a plane in this game. I've done it in previous episodes before, but this one doesn't work my way. Anyway, let's go back here. Sniper, sure. This is kind of cool though that we have some support here. I would love to have actually some support from some other soldiers spawning in here. Yeah, there we go. Come on, a few more. Just waiting. Oh shit! Okay, nope. We are going. I wish someone would get on the turret though. Oh, look at that though. Oh, they did land. Good on you, mates. Good on you. Cheers. Took them long enough though. Wow, nice timing. They might not recognize this as a landable area, I'm not too sure. Ooh. Yeah, here we go. Finally we got some men here. Come on, right out there. Now don't drive me over. Okay, we should be able to capture this quite quickly with all these men here. Already neutral. Okay, and so this is going to be a little weird, but I'm still going to kill myself. The reason why is because now we actually do have a few guys here. And so now I can actually afford going to the plane, and hopefully more will spawn. So look, so I will go here. And now just kill. I'll throw one grenade. I'll leave the other for me. There we go. And this is for me and the boys. And we'll spawn back over there. Well, I have no idea if more spawned over here. Doesn't really look like it, huh? But at least you could not. You can't say I didn't try. Oh Jesus! only 2 other spawn points here for the taking. Because of that, I assume that they're going to be very heavily guarded. The good thing is, though, because we actually own one spawn point here, we're not losing reinforcements at an incredible fast rate. Also, it does actually seem like I might be able to get this here. Huh. It's already neutral. Gotta reload. We got it. Now the Germans are losing reinforcements. Oh, you know what? I understand what's happening. They have the exact same issue. Look at the south. They have an airport area too. Like, they have a landing strip too. So they probably have a lot of units spawned there as well and not do anything. They even have boat or naval units. Yeah, not the best map in terms of gameplay footage, unfortunately. But again, I think it is important to talk about this battle, to showcase it. Oh, they are capturing that, okay. And again, not every map, unfortunately, that's going to be talked about in this series is going to be as well playable. At least it looks kind of unique. We have about 5 minutes left. Some heavy fighting over there. The addition of all the wrecked ships, of course, hinting at the heavy naval battles, is also, I think, a nice touch. I am out of ammo, in case you hadn't noticed. Now, sporadically, we do have units on the mainland here, but it's not enough to really make a difference. Though, again, the Germans probably have a ton of units stuck in the south as well, which is why we are able to capture so many of these points. Ha! He took his bike in front of him. Oh, Jesus. Wait a minute. Okay. I was actually trying to see if maybe some of the units that I chose, if maybe some of them are actually non-British. We can actually see if we can oh, look at that, we actually got it. We can attack the mountain area that the Germans have. Again, it's not capturable, but it could be cool to kind of check what kind of defenses they have. Maybe we can even steal a vehicle from there. Doesn't seem like they have like heavy tanks or something, but... And there was some tank combat here, but very little. To the point where when the Allies attacked here, they only had 5 tanks at their side. I think they were light tanks. Oh, Jesus. Stop that. we are. Just smoking. Here it is. Look at that. A few vehicles that we can hopefully pick up. No one here though. As you can see. Some Kübelwagens. Oh my god. Camilla. Captured again. There we go. Now obviously playing with other players would make this battle a lot more interesting, since you don't have dumb spawning like that. But again, I want to do it with AI because I have so many units, even though that doesn't really defeat the purpose if they don't spawn correctly. But it's also because, of course, with bots, I can kind of set the tempo, I can set the pace, and, you know, talk about the history without having to worry about me getting my head blown off every few seconds. And there's nothing really to do now on this this port. We took it, but and it's sort of historically accurate. Like they eventually got a hold of this town, but lost it again when the Battle of France went down the drain. Now, in the next episode, I'm very excited to announce that we are going to Holland, the city, or the country where I was born. Not my current home country, of course, since I'm now in Japan, but yeah, my peoples. We're going to fight for my peoples. Now, of course, there wasn't a lot of fighting. It's only 3 days of war, but still, the fact that Holland has multiple maps, I should say, not a lot, I think only 2 or 3, does bring me a lot of joy. And then after that, where you would think, oh, now we're finally going to, you know, the Battle of France. No, we still have the Battle of Belgium. Also not very well known, but of course mostly fought though with a French-dominated army. You know, for how quiet it is on the ground, at least there's some stuff happening in the air. And our destroyers continuing to mess up the Germans. Alright guys, that was it. Again, unfortunately not a very good map in and of itself, but I think a very interesting battle to cover. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next battlefield.